Well, hi there. Welcome to Harmony Express.Skoolie. There it is. You notice that we're looking at it from a different end. That's because we're going to be spending a lot of time under there and doing kind of fun stuff this weekend. Techie stuff and just necessary stuff. Weren't able to get a lot of work done inside the bus because my partner in crime is off doing some other things this weekend. So right now what we're going to do is let's just take a look, and I'll give you a couple of the technical details of the bus, and we'll kind of get into a little bit of what we're going to do. Ferb, I know what we're going to do today. So as I said earlier in the series, this is a 2008 Thomas HDX rear engine bus, and let's just take a look in here. We'll just get a little personal with the bus right now. That is a Mercedes-Benz MBE 926 engine. I know there's lots of people that are kind of down on the engine because of maintenance costs and everything from that side. It is a 2008, so one of the things about 2008 is one of the government regulations that have come in for exhaust and everything have caused lots of stuff up on this top part of the engine. They recirculate the exhaust gases in this bus, in these engines, and you know, it does have its issues with that. This is exhaust cooler that sometimes has problems down at times with failure. Really needing to make sure that we always have coolant, because the coolant is what makes sure that the solder joints and things like that don't go. As you can see, we've got a little bit of carbon showing up in here, but you know, I'm still kind of working through that part of it. But it does also, if we come along the side here, we have a diesel exhaust filter. That's what that is. A focus. There it is. And so that's an extra little bit of complexity with this bus. But I'll tell you, you know, it's the reviews that I have read, you know, are mixed with these. But I surely love this bus, and I surely love the engine, and I'll show you why here in just a second. Now I haven't started the bus yet at all. Haven't done anything other than just come here and get myself ready. And we sit down here in the seat, and this is what happens. Go take a look. Come back here, the engine's on. Compartment's open, that's why the key didn't work the first time through. But you have to press this button right here, and that one right there, and you get this. Starts right up. Starts right up, first turn of the key. So the bus, the engine's an MBE 926. It's a 250 horsepower engine. Runs great, drives great. So what we're going to do now, it's a little loud in here now because there's nothing in here. What we're going to do now is we're going to let the engine warm up for just a little bit. I'd like to drive it, but I'd rather not at this point until I get my license plate, which is coming in the mail this week. But we're going to let it warm up just a little bit, shut it down, and we'll change the oil. We'll show a little bit about that. All right, now we're under the bus. Uses a 14mm hex head to remove. It takes a lot of oil. So, two containers that we've purchased. We're going to use the big one first and the little one second. just finishing draining underneath there. We'll let it sit there and drain for a while. Most of it's gone. Interesting thing is I believe that we are a little low on oil. I thought so when I looked at the dipstick, and I expected to use both containers, and I've only had to use one. So yeah, it was time for a change. Anyway, we'll figure that out in a little bit. But here is where our oil filter is. So we'll work at getting that off, and when I come back, I will show you what that looks like. See ya. So I've loosened this housing, and let's find out what's inside, shall we? Sorry for blocking the shot there. And there we are. Looks like it was about time. It's about time for a change. Let that drain off in here for just a little bit. All right, so here you see the difference between the old one and the new one. I'm sure the new one will get nice and goopy when we put it back in there, but one of the things I wanted to show is that every one of those kits comes with a new one of these. That goes in the groove right there. And they definitely make a point of saying that these are not meant to be reused. So that's the next step. Replace that. When we come back, you'll see the filter installed in the cap here with the new O-ring. Okie doke. She's all cleaned up. Cleaned the outside of the filter housing. In we go. Just like it came out, it goes back in. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. All right, gotta tighten it down, and I'll be back. All right, I took the oil cap off. That's where the oil cap goes, when that's where the oil gets filled. Remind me, YouTube folks, remind me, the oil cap is right down here, right down below the air cleaner. It's right there. Remember, that's where it is. But before we put oil in, we gotta put the cap back on. Anyway, back onto the bus. Awkward with one hand, so you get the picture. Okay, trust me, the oil plug and the drain plug is attached. We are tight here, our cap is off here, and I've got my funnel. That means it's time to add oil. Thing is, this thing is thirsty for oil. It loves oil. According to the manual, this takes 30.5 quarts of oil. 30.5, that's like 7.5 gallons of oil. Got 6 here, I got another 2 inside, another 2 inside there, and we'll go from there. What we're gonna do, just to verify though, is we're gonna put a couple gallons in, and then we'll check the oil. Make sure where we sit on the dipstick. I don't wanna overfill. All right, here we go. I'm using Rotella T4 15W40. 15W40 is the weight recommended by the manufacturer. This is not a synthetic. The T4 designation actually exceeds what the original manufacturer's recommendation of CI4, so we should be good. I know that engine oil is like asking people to define which child they love the most. But this is the oil that I chose. You can choose whatever kind you like. This is the one that I chose. Anyway, gallon 1 going in. All right, 3 gallons in, time to check the oil just to make sure. Here's another thing that's hard to do with 2 hands, but let's look. Nothing. All right, we got a ways to go. All right, that's 5 gallons. That means that is 20 quarts. Let's see if it even registers on the dipstick. 6. All right, last time I checked was actually half a way through that gallon, and we were halfway up to the full mark on the dipstick. So let me just check and see where we are. All right, oil pressure is whitetail. Let's watch it together, shall we? Focus. Here we go. See if she starts. Watch the oil pressure. There it goes. All right, we know we have oil pressure. Let's go back and look for leaks. You let it run for a minute. Oh, that's good. No leaks there. All right. There, got it started, got oil pressure. We're going to wait a minute or two, and then we'll check the oil again and see where our level is. All right, so while we're waiting for the oil to drain back down into the engine, I just thought I'd come along and just show you real quick. Because we have AC here, which is going to be taken out, the ones up in the top are taken out. The air tanks a lot of times used to be mounted here, but on this bus, it's really cool. They're all mounted down here in the front. If you can see back in there, there's 4 tanks. And I did check yesterday. The dryers, the air dryers work really well on this bus because I've driven it back from Maryland and back and forth to my house a couple times, and there wasn't a single drop of water in the tank. So that's really good. It's the way it's supposed to be. So, okay, so it's been a little bit. I'm going to check the oil just to see where we stand, and we'll come back. Bye. So I don't know if you can see, that's that indentation, the oil at the bottom towards the tip is the lowest that they allow it to run, and the top is where is the maximum fill. So I'm going to dip it one more time and take a look after running it. It definitely sucked a little bit of oil into the engine, and let's see where we are. As you see, we are a little bit away. I'm going to put in about another half gallon and then check it again. All right, we added about another gallon and we are full. Let's start her back up again and see what happens. We had oil pressure, so I'm pretty confident we still have oil pressure. Looky there! Looky there! Oil pressure! It's great. So, didn't do much in here this weekend. Oil change was necessary. Transmission service will be coming down the road, but not yet. I do need to grease it. Don't have time to do that today, but we'll be doing it very soon. So for now, Harmony Express.Skoolie. Time to clean up. Time to go home. suspension. I love this bus. Lots of fun. See you later. Well, that was a thing. It was very necessary. That bus was the oil was definitely sooty and ready to be changed. I'm much happier now that that is done and taken care of. As you can see, it's dirty work, but someone's got to do it. Anyway, so this was weekend 3. I can't believe that it's only weekend 3 of Harmony Express.Skoolie. Yeah, I love my bus. It's a lot of fun. So if you like it, thumbs up, like it, subscribe, share, help us get the word out about Harmony Express. Lots of stuff coming. Future weeks, we got more destruction coming in the next coming weeks. So we look forward to seeing y'all, and hope you have a great weekend. Thanks. Bye.